right, so basically I want to put this server back together, and everything's apart. So I'm gonna put all the hardware back in, and see how we make out. All right, I'm gonna start taking it apart, and I'm gonna first take the cover out. Okay, that's basically the top part, system 32. And I'm gonna take this out, take that out. That's the cover for the front. And I'm gonna go sideways right here, like so. Can you see that? I'm gonna try to build it sideways, so basically, put it back together. There you go. It gives you a service diagram right here, service information. The power LED, the hard drive LED, system error. So this is the motherboard right here. It gives you the motherboard DIMM 1, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4. So it's the CMOS battery, boot block jumper, all the jumper, the CMOS jumper. So basically I'm gonna put it all together. It was all apart, so I'm gonna put it all together now. So this is the case. And according to the factory date here, I don't know if you can see down the video, it was built December 2007. December 4th, 2007. So that's the server. It's an IBM server. So I'm gonna open this here and put it back together. I got it from Radio Shack, so they closed down and they took the hard drive out and everything was apart. So I got the I/O plate. This is the I/O plate for the motherboard. I'm gonna put that in, and goes in like this, like that. There you go. It's in there. That's the I/O plate, and we'll put the CPU support. Oops, this way. That way. Basically, the CPU is going to sit here. CPU sits there, and this is the motherboard. This is the motherboard for the server. I believe it's an Intel dual core Pentium. You see that? See? And that's the motherboard. This is the DIMM memory slots. So I'm gonna put that in there. First, I should do the power supply just for the heck of it. So I'm gonna put the power supply first and the power button. So this is the power button. The power button. So it goes in like so. There it is. Okay. That's it. Power button. And now I can put the motherboard because I know it's going to fit easier that way. Let's put the motherboard in. Oops. Do it this way. There you go. Put these pins up. the pin up. I know this is 2005, so they had an LPT plug. Back then, they used to have an LPT. I don't know if you guys remember the LPT. So basically, these are called LPT for printer ports. The old days, 2005 back, all computers had that and the serial COM1, the PS2. So they used to have those back then. So I'm gonna fit this in here, like so. And let's put this thing in. Like that. There you go, it's in there. That's it, perfect. Then we're gonna get this screw in there. And let's put one of the screws in. One screw. I'll put it in right now. This is the motherboard screw. There you go. Come on. One thing about putting these things, you gotta have patience. There it is, there it is. All right. All right, one's in. Okay, that's one. One is in. All right, so, okay, now let me get the, so basically this is the CPU fan socket. For the server, it uses a weird looking one. See how it looks like that. Let me get the this is the heat sink, the CPU fan, just sits on top of this like that. So let me put this here aside, and let's put the CPU in. One more screw and to hold in place. And there you go. There you go, it's in. Perfect. All right. Now I'm gonna put this one in over the CPU socket. All right. It's gonna be one of these. So there you go, that's one. That's gonna hold the CPU cooler with the heat sink, because the server, it works a little bit different than regular PC. So we had, this is a 2005 model, so they built a little different. well built. I have to say they built it really well, because the way they built these, built the last, but still very durable. Put these back on. So put this one in. That's another one. One more. There you go. That's all 4 of them. Okay, so now I'm going to put the CPU, which is so the airflow is going to be this with the CPU stand right here like that. That's like that. I believe it's this way. Go this way around. There you go. That's it. It's in place. And go right here. That's the power for the CPU cooler. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it back together, the rest, and power on. So I'm gonna put the power supply. I'm gonna plug in the power cord for the motherboard power up. And I cleaned all the board, cleaned everything. Everything was cleaned. It was very dirty. It was sitting in Radio Shack in the back of the warehouse for a while the store was closed. So this is the hard drive fan. So I have to put all the hard drives in here. So basically, I believe this is outward. So that goes that way. So I'm going to be installing all these SATA wires in here, facing the other way around, and so that the hard drive plugs in this way, coming in here like that. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4. I have all 4 here. See that? All 4 of these connectors. So, all right, guys, stay tuned. Please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.